Psychology of Becoming Rich. Written and published by Mindset Masters Audiobooks. Part 1. The Inner Blueprint of Wealth. Before money appears in your hands, it appears in your mind. Every wealthy person, regardless of where they started, built wealth first through their thinking, their beliefs, their expectations, and their emotional relationship with money. Wealth is not an accident. It is a psychological architecture, a mental blueprint, a chosen identity. This is where your transformation begins. Wealth is a mindset, not a bank balance. The biggest difference between the rich and everyone else isn't income, it's identity. Middle-class thinking focuses on security. Poor thinking focuses on survival. Rich thinking focuses on expansion, opportunity, and growth. Wealth starts with the belief that you are meant to rise, that you are worthy of abundance, that money is not scarce, and the world isn't closing in on you, it's opening for you. You don't earn wealth, you grow into wealth. Rewrite your money identity. Your financial results are a reflection of your identity, not your effort. If you subconsciously believe, "I'm not good with money, people like me don't become rich, money is stressful, success changes people, rich people are greedy," then even if you earn well, you'll sabotage yourself. The subconscious always wins. The wealthy believe, "I attract opportunities, money amplifies who I already am, and contribute. I deserve success. I am in control of my life and results. Money flows to me because I create value." The psychology of becoming rich is about replacing limiting scripts with empowering ones. You don't chase wealth, you align with it. The rich operate with agency. The rich do not wait, they build. Look around. Every wealthy individual actively shapes their environment, career, and future. They don't hope, they decide. They architect life deliberately, not reactively. Average mindset waits for permission. Rich mindset creates the opportunity. Your first mental shift. Stop being a passenger in your financial life. Become the driver. Detach from approval. Attach to purpose. The rich know this truth. Wealth requires emotional independence. Many people stay broke because they care too much about fitting in, avoiding judgment, appearing normal, not making others uncomfortable. Wealth requires choosing growth over approval. When you stop living for validation, you unlock independence. Part 2. Mastering your money beliefs and emotional blueprint. Wealth does not begin with knowledge, it begins with belief. Before you master investing, earning, business, or assets, you must master your internal operating system around money. Most people think they're stuck because they lack information, but the truth is they are held hostage by emotional patterns, subconscious beliefs, and fears around money. Today you change that. Money beliefs shape money reality. Every financial choice you make, spending, saving, investing, working, happens through the lens of your beliefs. Ask yourself right now, do you see money as a tool or a problem, abundant or scarce, freedom or pressure, a responsibility or a burden, a resource or a threat? Your beliefs guide your energy. Your energy guides your behavior. Your behavior determines your financial destiny. The rich believe money expands life. The poor believe money complicates life. Which version are you building? Breaking scarcity thinking. Scarcity is the belief that there's never enough money, time, opportunities, connections. Scarcity thinking says, "I can't afford that. Money runs out fast. Life is hard financially. Opportunities are rare. Success is for lucky people." Abundance thinking says, "How do I afford that? Money is a renewable resource. There are opportunities everywhere. I can create my own success. The world rewards value and persistence." Your mind is either a factory for solutions or a graveyard for excuses. Switch factories. Understand your emotional money patterns. We don't manage money logically, we manage it emotionally. Ask yourself, when you receive money, do you feel excitement, fear, guilt, pressure, confidence? When you spend, do you feel relief, anxiety, shame, pride, avoidance? When you think about saving, do you feel empowered, restricted, bored, proud? When you invest, do you feel control, risk, panic, curiosity? Most people don't have money problems. They have emotional reactions around money they've never examined. Make money safe in your mind. Money flows to where it is welcome and respected. If money feels dangerous, stressful or chaotic in your internal world, you will unconsciously push it away. Say this now, silently or aloud. Money is safe in my life. Money grows in my life. I am responsible, capable, calm, and disciplined with wealth. The nervous system must trust prosperity before prosperity stays. Upgrade your wealth identity in silence. Wealth is built quietly, internally, long before it appears publicly. The rich rehearse success in their minds long before the world sees results. Private belief, public wealth, private transformation roan, public power. You do not need approval to believe you are rising. You do not need evidence to know who you're becoming. Becoming rich starts with a quiet internal decision. I am building wealth, and nothing stops me. Not circumstances, not history, not doubt, not people's opinions, nothing. Daily wealth routine assignment. For the next 24 hours, whenever you catch a negative money thought, replace it with, I create value, therefore wealth flows to me. Say it as many times as necessary. You are rewiring your financial reality at the source, your mind. Part 3. The mindset shift from earning to building wealth. There is a universal turning point in every wealthy person's journey, the moment they stop thinking like an earner and start thinking like a builder. Most people live their entire lives in earning mode, rocking for money, trading time for income, hustling for the next paycheck, thinking about survival, not strategy. But the rich operate differently. They think in terms of systems, assets, leverage and scalability. This chapter is where you make that shift. The poor ask, how do I earn more money? The rich ask, how do I build something that pays me forever? That one question separates people who grind until old age from people who build freedom while they're young. Never forget, income feeds you today, assets feed you for life. The 3 levels of money thinking. Level 1, labor-based money. I get paid only when I work. This is where 90% of society stays. Hard work is honorable, but alone it will never make you wealthy, because no matter how hard you work, you only have 24 hours per day. Level 2, skill-based money. I get paid more because I have rare skills, better but still capped. Skills increase earning power, but you are still the engine. Level 3, asset-based money. I get paid because I own things that make money. This is where true wealth lives. Your time becomes optional. Your systems and money do the work. Earning is linear. Wealth is exponential. Earning grows slow. Wealth compounds fast. The poor increase income. The rich multiply value. You must think like a multiplier. Every dollar you earn has 2 potential futures. It can be consumed and disappear, or it can be deployed and reproduce. Money has 2 jobs: spend or grow. Only one leads to freedom. From consumer to investor, most people use money emotionally. Wealthy people use money strategically. Ask yourself before every dollar leaves your hands, is this making me richer or poorer? Not tomorrow, not next week, but long term, who am I becoming with this decision? Consume what fuels progress. Invest what expands your life. Avoid what feeds ego and shrinks your future. Leverage, the wealth accelerator. The wealthy don't rise through effort alone. They rise through leverage, money leverage, investing, skill leverage, learning high-value abilities, technology leverage, systems and automation, people leverage, delegation and leadership, content leverage, brand, influence, reputation. Leverage is the reason someone can earn in a month what others never see in a lifetime. The more leverage you build, the faster wealth moves toward you. Wealth identity shift exercise. Repeat this daily. I am not just earning money, I am building wealth. Every decision I make increases my future freedom. I invest in skills, assets, and systems that grow without me. Wealth is not luck, it is behavior, identity, and patience. You are stepping into the mindset of a builder. Think long-term, move intelligently, act with purpose. Your future self is already thanking you. Part 4. Mastering delayed gratification and long-term reward thinking. There is a psychological law that quietly builds fortunes. Those who delay pleasure own the future. Most people lose wealth not because they lack income, but because they lack patience. They want the feeling now, the lifestyle now, the reward now, and they trade tomorrow for today. The rich think differently. They delay gratification not as sacrifice, but as strategy. To become wealthy, you must rewire your mind to love future gains more than instant comfort. Why most people stay broke? Because most people don't have a money problem. They have a discipline problem and a reward-seeking problem. They buy more when they earn more. They chase emotional excitement over financial growth. They confuse looking rich with becoming rich. Instant gratification is a trap disguised as progress. It feels good, it looks good, but it keeps you stuck. The rich understand a deeper truth. If you can't wait, you will always pay a premium. If you can wait, the world discounts everything for you. The wealth formula, most never follow. Income, row invest. Wait, multiply. Freedom, most people follow. Income, row spend. Borrow, tress, repeat. Your life changes the moment you choose the first formula. Delayed gratification isn't suffering. It is self-respect for your future. Every time you deny a short-sighted desire, you're casting a vote for the life you truly want. Pleasure versus progress. Choose wisely. Ask yourself with every decision, is this feeding my future or feeding my impulses? Pleasure is temporary. Freedom is permanent. A luxury car gives thrill for months. Investment income gives freedom for decades. A new phone gives excitement for weeks. An asset gives security for life. Rich thinking chooses legacy over impulse. The dopamine shift. The wealthy don't eliminate pleasure, they shift it. They don't get their dopamine from spending, they get it from growth. Replace cheap dopamine with powerful dopamine sources. IFOS, impulse shopping, feeing investments grow. Entertainment addiction, roning high ROI skills. Feeing showing off lifestyle, increasing net worth quietly. Social comparison, competing with your past self. This is how financial adults are born. Long-term thinking, the wealth advantage. People who win with money don't think in days or months, they think in decades. They ask, Ron, what decision compounds the most? What habits build lifelong wealth? What systems protect me from myself? How can I position myself for the next 10 years? The more long-term you think, the fewer mistakes you make, and the fewer temptations control you. Time becomes your ally instead of your enemy. Identity affirmations for wealth discipline. Speak these into your spirit. I am someone who waits for greater rewards. I do not need instant results to stay committed. Every disciplined choice multiplies my future wealth. I honor my future self with today's decisions. This is not about deprivation. This is about elevation. You are not missing out. You are building a life others will envy later, while they chase feelings you no longer need. You're developing a psychological advantage that is rare, powerful, and unstoppable. Your mind is evolving into the mindset of someone destined for wealth, not temporarily, but permanently. Part 5. The wealth mindset of focus, discipline, and obsession. Wealth does not come to the distracted, it comes to the focused. If you trace the story of every self-made millionaire, you'll find the same psychological pattern. They locked in on one vision, one skill path, one mission, and they refused to break concentration. Broke minds chase everything. Rich minds master one thing deeply. Wealth is not scattered energy. Wealth is precision applied repeatedly. Distraction is the enemy of wealth. In today's world, attention is the most valuable currency. Social media, trends, notifications, they are psychological traps designed to keep you reactive instead of strategic. Wealthy people understand a simple truth. You cannot build an empire with a mind trained for amusement. They limit noise, they protect focus, they choose progress over entertainment. If you find yourself constantly distracted, remember this: every distraction is a decision to delay your freedom. The psychology of obsession. Ordinary effort produces ordinary results. Greatness requires intensity. People will call you obsessed. Let them. Obsession with your goals is not unhealthy. Obsession with distractions is. You must choose your obsession, mindless consumption, or a purposeful creation. Every day you decide who you're becoming. Your mind needs a target. Wealthy minds don't wake up asking, what should I do today? They wake up knowing exactly what moves them forward. Create a mission so clear that distraction becomes boring. Ask yourself daily, Ron, what one thing that grows my income? What is the one skill I must sharpen today? What is the one habit that will compound my results? Wealth is built one focused priority at a time. Eliminate mental clutter. Your brain has a limited amount of processing bandwidth. Spend it wisely. The rich simplify their lives. Fewer goals, fewer projects, fewer inputs, fewer emotional drains. They trade complexity for clarity. When your mind is calm, your decisions are high quality. When your life is noisy, your potential is hidden behind chaos. Discipline is your wealth engine. Discipline isn't punishment. It is protection from your lower impulses. The wealthy are not necessarily smarter. They are consistent. They treat discipline as a daily practice, not a personality trait. Commit to yourself. I don't wait for motivation. I operate on systems and decisions. Your emotions don't determine your actions. Your vision does. Your new mental standard. From today forward, build this identity. I am the kind of person who stays focused long after the world gets bored. True wealth requires sticking to a path long enough for results to appear. Most people quit halfway. The rich grind quietly until the world cannot ignore them. You are training your mind to become unstoppable, laser-focused, purpose-driven, relentlessly disciplined. This is how wealth becomes inevitable. Your psychology is evolving into that of someone who not only earns money, but commands it, multiplies it, and grows into it fully. Part 6. Reprogramming your money identity and self-image. No one rises above the story they tell themselves. You cannot earn beyond your internal belief system. Money begins in the mind, long before it shows up in your bank account. Wealth is not just a balance sheet. It is an identity. The poor try to get rich. The wealthy become someone for whom wealth is natural and inevitable. To change your financial life, you must change your self-image. You must see yourself as the kind of person who attracts wealth, creates wealth, and commands wealth. Before money grows externally, it must grow internally. Identity controls income. Most people struggle financially, not because of lack of opportunity, but because of a fragile internal identity. I'm not good with money. People like me don't get rich. I don't deserve success. Wealth is for others, not me. These thoughts are invisible chains. They imprison potential. They sabotage action before it starts. Rich people think differently. I am capable of wealth. I am worthy of abundance. I am the source of opportunity, not the victim of circumstance. Identity creates behavior. Behavior creates results. To build wealth, you start at the identity level, the self-image shift that creates millionaires. Ask yourself, who must I become to live the life I want? Wealthy people see themselves as builders, solvers, value creators, leaders, responsible stewards of resources, students of money, masters of their long-term vision. They don't wait to feel ready. They train themselves to act like the person they are becoming, not the person they were. You don't wait for confidence. You build it through behavior. Environmental programming. Your environment programs your identity more than your motivation does. Most people fail because they surround themselves with low standards, negative voices, financial fear talk, scarcity energy, comfort seekers, complainers, people who worship instant gratification. You cannot become wealthy in a poor environment, mentally or socially. Wealthy psychology grows in environments of ambition, accountability, education, high expectations, future-focused conversations, positive examples, people who build instead of blame. Upgrade your environment, and your identity will evolve with it. Normalize wealth in your mind. What feels normal to you shapes what you accept. If debt, stress, and survival thinking feel normal, wealth will feel foreign, and you will unconsciously sabotage it. Your brain always returns to what feels familiar. So make abundance familiar. Let saving feel normal. Let investing feel normal. Let discipline feel normal. Let long-term thinking feel normal. Let growth feel normal. Let high-income decisions feel normal. Soon, poverty thinking will feel foreign, and when something feels foreign, you reject it. This is how you outgrow financial struggle forever. Identity affirmations to anchor wealth. Speak these with conviction. My mind is wired for wealth. I deserve financial success and I claim it. I am the kind of person who creates long-term prosperity. Wealth fits me. Wealth belongs with me. The world cannot give you what your mind refuses to hold. Your psychological evolution continues here. You are reshaping yourself into a person for whom wealth is the natural outcome of who you are. Part 7. Decision-making, like the wealthy. Wealth is not built by chance. It is built by decisions. Every rich person you admire did not simply stumble into prosperity. They made choices that set them apart. They made decisions that the average person avoids, postpones, or fears. Money follows decisiveness. Wealth rewards clarity. Abundance answers bold action. In this part, you reshape how you decide, act, and move, because rich thinking requires that you master the psychology of choice. The difference between poor decisions and rich decisions. Poor decisions come from emotion. Rich decisions come from clarity and calculated reasoning. Most people decide based on fear of loss, temporary comfort, approval from others, short-term gratification, avoiding effort and discomfort. Wealth thinkers decide based on long-term benefit, opportunity and return, skill acquisition and growth, character development, strategic movement, not emotional impulse. Rich people don't ask what feels good right now. They ask what brings long-term power, wealth and freedom. When you shift your decision lens, your life shifts with it. The Wealth Decision Framework. Before you decide anything, ask Padnen, will this make me better? Does this increase my knowledge or skills? Does this move me closer to financial independence? Does this a strategic decision or an emotional reaction? Does this then what does my future wealthy self want me to do right now? Most people consult their fears. The wealthy consult their future identity, use delay to strengthen decisions. Rich decision-making is not rushed, it is intentional. They do not jump impulsively into emotional choices. Instead, they use a powerful habit. Pause, re-evaluate, decide, execute. A small pause saves you from buying things you don't need, saying yes to distractions, committing to obligations draining your time, emotional financial decisions, responding defensively instead of intelligently. The pause is a wealth-building muscle. Stop asking permission to be successful. Many people don't rise because they are waiting for permission to believe in themselves. Wealthy thinkers move without approval. They do not seek acceptance, they seek progress. Ask yourself, am I delaying my wealth because I am afraid someone will not approve of my decisions? Your financial destiny is not a democracy, it is a personal mission. The courage to choose the harder path. The richer path is often the harder path first, and then the easier life later. The poorer path is easy now, and harder forever. You must ask yourself daily, do I want comfort today or power tomorrow? Comfort today costs you wealth later. Discipline today buys your freedom tomorrow. Turn indecision into power. Indecision is expensive. Every moment of hesitation steals opportunity. You strengthen decision-making by doing 3 things. Choose quickly, commit fully, adapt intelligently. Successful people make decisions fast and change slowly. Unsuccessful people make decisions slowly and change quickly. Embrace calculated risk. There is no wealth without risk, but wealthy people do not gamble. They take educated risk. Unsuccessful minds avoid risk and stay broke. Wealthy minds learn, prepare, and step forward anyway. Ask yourself, have I researched enough to move forward? Is the fear real or just unfamiliarity? Will the risk teach me or trap me? The goal is not to avoid risk. The goal is to become the kind of person who handles risk powerfully. Your decision identity. Every powerful financial life begins with a decision identity. I am someone who decides and moves. Write it, speak it, live it. Your decisions shape your direction. Your direction shapes your wealth. Daily wealth decision ritual. Each morning ask yourself, what decision today brings me closer to financial freedom? Then commit to it. Even one intentional decision daily can unlock a new future. Declining a distraction. Starting a new skill. Investing instead of spending. Choosing discipline over comfort. Saying yes to growth. Saying no to excuses. Small decisions are seeds. Wealth grows from seeds, not miracles. You are one decision away. You are one decision away from a new business, a new discipline, a new financial life, a new self-identity, a new personal standard, a new level of earning power. One decision can open the door. The next decisions keep you walking through it. Your life changes when you decide that hesitation is no longer an option. The wealth decision affirmation. Repeat, I am a decisive, strategic, confident thinker. I do not hesitate. I evaluate and move. My decisions create my wealth and my future. Every choice I make builds the life I am destined for. You are building not only money, you are building a financial identity, and every powerful identity is built one powerful decision at a time. Part 8. The Wealth Mindset of Relentless Progress. Money rewards movement. Wealth gravitates toward momentum. Success responds to consistent forward motion, not perfection, not luck, not background motion. The psychology of becoming rich is not about never failing, it is about never stopping. Rich thinkers understand one truth. Progress is the most valuable currency long before money arrives. Most people stop because results haven't arrived yet. The wealthy keep going because they know results must arrive if progress continues. Today you build the mindset of relentless advancement, the psychology that refuses stagnation. Why people stay stuck? People stay broke, not because they lack ability, but because they lack movement. They wait for the perfect time, the perfect plan, the perfect motivation, the perfect circumstances, the perfect certainty. Perfectionism is procrastination disguised as high standards. Waiting is the enemy of wealth. Opportunity does not visit those who stand still. The wealthy do not wait for permission or perfection. They start where they are and adjust while moving. Motion versus progress. There is a difference between being busy and building wealth. Many people live in motion without progress. They watch tutorials but do not apply them. They brainstorm more than they execute. They study business instead of starting business. They prepare more than they perform. They feel productive, but they are not advancing. Wealthy minds measure movement by results, not effort. Ask yourself daily, did I move closer to wealth today, or did I just stay busy? The 1% advancement rule. You don't need massive daily breakthroughs. You need 1% improvement every day. A phone call, a new skill learned, a habit strengthened, a distraction removed, a small investment made, a higher standard chosen. 1% progress compounds into a new life. Momentum is wealth's silent accelerator. The never pause mentality. Rich people rest when appropriate, but they never pause their growth. They may slow down, they may adjust strategy, but they never stop the forward motion of their life. Poor minds stop when tired. Rich minds rest, reorganize and continue. Your standard must become, I do not stop, I adjust, I rest, and I keep going. Momentum over motivation. The wealthy do not depend on motivation. They depend on systems and movement. Motivation is emotional. Momentum is mechanical. The average person says, I can't work today. I don't feel motivated. The wealthy say, I work because my future depends on it. Movement creates motivation, not the other way around. Start moving, and motivation will catch up. How wealth thinkers respond to challenges. The poor ask, why is this happening to me? The wealthy ask, why is this happening to me? The wealthy ask, what is this teaching me? How do I use this? Every obstacle contains a lesson that builds your earning capacity. Struggle strengthens you for success. The challenge is not the enemy. Quitting is. Your identity drives your progress. Your identity controls your progress more than your circumstances. Say to yourself, I am someone who always moves forward. I progress even when I don't feel like it. I advance daily, mentally, financially, and spiritually. You become rich the moment you refuse to remain the same. Kill the habit of starting over. Many people start strong and restart endlessly. They rebuild their habits repeatedly. They begin again every Monday, every new month, every new year. Wealth comes from sustained execution, not restarting. Instead of resetting your life, maintain momentum, even if some days are small steps. Momentum is built by continuation, not re-beginnings. There are only two time categories in the wealthy mind, now or never. Sometime is where dreams go to die. Wealth lives in decisions made today, not eventually, not later, not someday. Your mindset must evolve into, I move now, even if the step is imperfect. It is progress, and progress beats hesitation every time. Momentum ritual, the daily forward action. Each day, do one thing that undeniably builds your wealth identity. Ask yourself, what single action today proves I am becoming rich? Examples, create instead of consume, practice a money skill, build a network connection, learn something that increases your earning ability, work on your business, not just in it, remove one excuse, raise your standards. One deliberate move daily creates unstoppable momentum. Affirmation for relentless progress. Repeat, I advance every day, no matter what. Progress is my power. Forward is the only direction I know. I am building wealth with discipline, motion, and consistency. Every step I take makes me stronger, richer, and unstoppable. You are not becoming wealthy someday. You are becoming wealthy today, step by step with unstoppable movement. Your future self is already thanking you. Part 9. The Millionaire Relationship Mindset. Wealth is not a solo journey. Money flows through people, through trust, reputation, collaboration, and opportunities built with others. Rich minds understand this. Your network is not who you know, it's who knows you, trusts you, and wants to see you win. You don't rise alone, you rise with relationships, but not just any relationships. Strategic, aligned, future-focused, growth-driven. The psychology of becoming rich is deeply rooted in the relationships you cultivate and the ones you eliminate. Why most people remain financially stagnant. They try to succeed surrounded by the wrong energy. They stay connected to negative people, complainers, non-believers, time-wasters, gossipers, people who fear change, friends who want the old version of them. Your circle should not remind you of your past. It should introduce you to your future. Broke environments reinforce broke decisions. Rich environments reinforce growth, courage, discipline, and vision. The law of proximity. Your income will always mirror the expectations of the people around you. If your circle only talks about bills, entertainment, and weekends, you will live a bill-based life. If your circle talks about wealth, discipline, building assets and opportunities, you will elevate naturally. You rise to the standards of your environment. Humans adapt. The question is, what are you adapting to? Many people stay stuck because they fear disappointing others. They cling to draining relationships out of guilt. But here is a truth wealthy minds accept early. Loyalty to your old life is betrayal to your future. You do not have to hate anyone to outgrow them. Distance is not disrespect. It is alignment. Protect your energy like it is currency, because it is. Build connections with purpose. When the wealthy build relationships, they look for 3 qualities. 1. Vision. Are they moving forward or repeating their life? 2. Discipline. Do they execute or just talk? 3. Integrity. Do they do what they say? They align with minds that expand them, not excuse them. A powerful network is built through value, not begging, not forcing, not chasing. You do not need people who support you. You need people who lift your standards. Give before you receive. Rich minds do not enter relationships asking, "What can I get?" They ask, "What can I offer? How can I create value here?" Value attracts opportunity. Contribution builds trust. Service earns respect. The wealthy build relationships through generosity. Generosity of effort, knowledge, solutions, and character. This is not manipulation. This is alignment with reciprocity. Value goes out, value returns. The reputation rule. Your reputation is a wealth-building asset. Every room you enter, you are planting seeds. Reliability, professionalism, confidence, humility, consistency, character. People don't remember what you said, they remember how you showed up. The wealthy protect their name, like a business protects its brand. Say less, do more, deliver consistently. Your reputation prints money long before your skills do. The courage to upgrade your circle. You will face a painful moment on the wealth journey. You will outgrow people you once thought you'd never leave behind. Letting go is hard. Losing your potential is harder. Growth requires courage. Elevation demands sacrifice. The fastest way to transform your life is to surround yourself with lives already transformed. The company you keep either multiplies you or minimizes you. Choose multiplication. Relationship habits of the wealthy. Practice these daily. Trum contrum. Speak abundance, not limitation. Congratulate others. Don't envy. Offer help without expecting return. Study successful minds. Build bridges, not walls. Nurture high-value relationships. Remove drama, excuses, gossip, and conflict. Show gratitude consistently. Your social environment is either fertilizer or poison. Curate wisely. Affirmation for the wealth circle. Repeat. I attract powerful, abundant, growth-minded people. I build relationships based on value, integrity, and alignment. Every connection I make elevates my future. I release what no longer grows me. I rise with people who rise. You are building wealth not only through effort, but through the company you keep. Your future is shaped by the people you choose to walk toward it with. Greatness never happens in isolation. It happens in evolution through connection. Part 10. Becoming the person wealth belongs to. Wealth is not something you chase. It is something you become equipped to receive. Money flows to identity. Every level of wealth requires a new version of you, a stronger mind, a wiser spirit, a disciplined character, and an elevated standard. Rich is not a number. Rich is a mindset, behavior pattern, and internal evolution. When you become the person who deserves wealth, wealth becomes the natural outcome. This is the final stage, not learning how to get rich, but learning how to stay rich, grow rich, and live rich in mindset and reality. The inner wealth transformation. Wealth is created in the mind before the bank account. You build internal wealth first, discipline before dollars, vision before victory, courage before capital, identity before income, purpose before prosperity. When you master yourself, money becomes incapable of mastering you. Funds only amplify who you already are. Become someone worth amplifying. The wealth identity shift. Financial success is rarely about intelligence. It is about identity alignment. The poor think in limits. The rich think in possibilities. The wealthy think in systems. You shift from "I hope" to "I decide." Someday to today. I want to "I will." I can't to "I figure it out." The psychology of becoming rich is the psychology of self-command. When your identity says, "I am disciplined, valuable, capable, and deserving," money stops feeling like luck and starts feeling like a reflection of who you are. The abundance operating system. Wealthy minds live by powerful internal rules. I am responsible for my outcomes. I create opportunities, not excuses. I grow through discomfort, not comfort. I remain calm in chaos. I delay gratification for greater reward. I choose purpose over impulses. I build, not borrow. I think long-term, not momentary. This mental operating system makes wealth inevitable. Money is not the victory. Self-mastery is. Emotional wealth, the ultimate advantage. Most people fail financially because their emotions run their decisions. Impulse spending, fear of risk, envy of others, or seeking validation. The wealthy separate emotion from execution. They make decisions based on logic, principles, and future outcomes, not moods, opinions, or insecurity. Your emotional maturity determines your financial destiny. Train your emotions like a muscle. Discipline your impulses like a warrior. Peace is power, and power builds wealth. Living with purpose, not pressure. You are not meant to chase money forever. You are meant to rise to a point where money works for you. Freedom protects you, and purpose guides you. The richest lives are honest lives, lived on one's own terms. The goal is not to die with money. The goal is to live with meaning. Purpose is the compass. Money is the fuel. Legacy is the reward. The wealth mindset is a daily practice. You do not become wealthy one day. You reinforce it day after day through habits like waking with intention, planning and executing, reading and learning, saving and investing, building relationships, controlling emotions, thinking independently, reviewing goals, practicing gratitude, strengthening discipline. Wealth is maintained through repetition, not motivation. You don't rise to your dreams, you rise to your habits. The future you are building. Picture your future self, calm, confident, free, respected, fulfilled, powerful, generous, wise. Every sacrifice you make today is a gift to that person. Every disciplined act is a brick in their foundation. Every delayed desire is tomorrow's abundance. Walk like the person you intend to become, not the person you are leaving behind. Affirmation of wealth identity. Repeat, I am not chasing wealth, I am becoming wealth. Money follows my discipline, vision, and value. I build myself, therefore I build my future. I honor the work, the process, and the growth. I am the creator of my destiny. Wealth belongs to me because I became its match. You are not finishing a series, you are beginning a new life. The journey to becoming rich is not external, it is internal first, financial second, and limitless thereafter. Become the person wealth was waiting for, the rest will follow.